it's so amazing to me, like how huge he has become. Like the fact that there's a museum on him now, and that there's college courses taught about him. I mean, that is just mind blowing. That, the guy I went to prom with is now a major icon. I tend to share it often, the fact that I went to prom with him, with people I meet nowadays, because just seeing their reaction is so much fun. Because people, first of all, they don't believe me. I mean, they're like, "Oh, yeah, right. You went to prom with Tupac." um, but I'm like, "Yeah, you don't have to believe me. That's fine." But it's the truth. Um, but I mean, it's it's a really, really, really cool thing. I mean, we all kind of we, we knew somebody was going to become famous from a group of us because we were at a school for the arts, right? And there are a lot of really talented people. We knew we were going to have some celebrities among us, but to have him go as far as he did and continues to go after he's passed away is just incredible. And I feel really amazing and blessed to have known him. He wrote a lot of letters, which was interesting, because when he would start dating somebody, he'd always give them a ton of letters. My friend Kathy got a ton of letters. I think she ended up selling them at an auction. But but yeah, I mean, he was very expressive about everything. Like he I was dating this guy Bernard, and for a little while, and in my yearbook he wrote something really funny about that, like, "Oh, I hope things work out with you and Bernard, and whatever you do, use protection." Like, just funny things like that. He's so expressive and always writing everything down. So
Speaking of Tupac writing letters, right? Did you see the letter that he wrote Madonna?
I heard a little bit about it, but I don't know too much about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it went viral, man. It was a big deal. He actually wrote her
Okay.
a letter breaking up with her because she was white.
Yeah. So, I mean, that wasn't, I mean, in high school, he didn't really care if somebody was white, He dated a lot of white girls in high school.
Right, right. And I do recall reading an interview that you did speaking about that. And that's how I found out about you. Yeah, you made a comment saying that Tupac, he never looked at race when dating females. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it was, I think he was sort of told to personify something by the music business. I mean, that's sort of what I've heard from people who knew him for a while, um, and he had to kind of act the part, I mean, uh, and then maybe eventually shifted into it. I don't know, but that's not really who he was in high school. In high school, he was just, you know, he loved everybody, and there was no black, there was no white. Like I said, I mean, we didn't think about that stuff in high school. I mean, my junior prom date was a black gay guy, So I mean, it just didn't. That's not what we thought about. It wasn't about color or any of that. It was just, who are you as a person? Are you a good person? That's it. All the girls liked him. I mean, like I said, he had a lot of different girlfriends. He was just really well liked, like all the different groups at school, and just he was just a really, like, a charismatic, popular guy. He was very nice to females, very nice. And I mean, he would express things like, he was just always very loving and always expressing things in words, and he would write it down. I mean, he wrote the most amazing love letters to my friend Kathy. And I think they're actually like out in public somewhere now. But yeah, like he would talk, and he was really concerned about, with me, with this other guy that I was dating at the time. And he was like, "I hope he's treating you well." And he was just really concerned, empathetic guy, and was great to women.